Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Danielle, and today we're trying to be positive, okay? But not like the annoying kind of positive, but like 5 things that we can all like actually thank 2024. So to be completely honest, I did set out to come up with 10 things. And I just had some trouble. So I have 5 things that we can all be thankful for like to 2024. So I know that obviously this year has just been like one for the books, and it hasn't been easy for anybody. Okay, I know that a lot of us all had very different experiences. Maybe you were an essential worker, so you were working the whole time. Maybe you were working from home. Maybe you lost your job, and that has its own set of struggles. So I know that a lot of us are coming at this from different perspectives, but these 5 things I think really can apply to all of us. And even if you missed it, I think like looking back, you'll also see that you learned these things as well, or that 2020 gave them to you, hopefully. So anyway, I was unfortunately exposed to COVID on Thanksgiving, and fortunately everybody's doing okay and I never got sick, but I've been in quarantine since, and so I've just like been extra like I don't know, like I just need to get out. But it has been kind of nice to be home as well, especially just like this pregnancy has been, again, like can't complain really, but like I have just had a lot more sickness lately, and just like completely exhausted, and so it has been nice for that, even though it's like extra work to get my lesson plans done and everything for my classroom. So anyway, all that to say, sorry if I'm like falling asleep during this video. Okay, here we go, on the up and up. 5 things we can all thank 2024. Number 1 is the iconic work from home style. So apparently it took the catastrophe of 2020 to bring into style like at least like widespread style of wearing like comfortable clothing, and I will always thank 2020 for that. Because even if you were working the whole time and didn't get to lounge around, you still get the benefit of like that being a thing. And maybe you're like, dude, I don't care what the styles are, but like I can appreciate, like, you know, I choose comfort over everything. However, like it's nice that style and comfort kind of come together with this, and I will always be grateful. Something I've been working on since last fall, like a year ago, what has been just giving myself grace, and it's something my therapist told me over and over, that I just need to learn how to give myself grace. And I feel like through the events of the year, like we all learn to just give each other more grace and ourselves more grace. And if you haven't, I would challenge you to start now, because things have just been so crazy that like at the end of the day, we're all just trying to do our best. Those like anybody working, any essential workers, they're just trying to do their best. And me as a teacher, like I was just trying to do my best, and I am just trying to do my best, and everyone's just trying to do their best, and everybody's stressed and everybody is anxious about what's to come. And so I think because of that like extreme like survival mode that a lot of us were in, and maybe still are in, we've learned to just like give ourselves grace and give each other grace. Because I don't know how I would have survived trying to like live up to my normal like standard of living and like standard of teaching. It was just impossible. So being able to just give yourself grace and say, you know, I did my best, it's so freeing. And then also just to recognize that like everyone else, just assume they're doing their best too, because you don't know what's going on in their life, and that will free you in that way too. There's no need to be angry, right? So giving yourself and others grace. Number 3 is just the realization that we need human interaction, because I don't know how I would have survived if I was just stuck in a house all by myself. like I obviously have my husband, and so Brandon and I were together, and fortunately his parents live right down the road, and we went there for dinner every single night during like the lockdown and everything in the spring, and that was just so nice to get out of the house for one, and to just be with his family and to have like that interaction, to build puzzles together, to play games, to eat together, bake together. And I don't know, I think that sometimes we get on a trend of just like, I don't need anybody, I'm like good on my own, and I think this year really showed to us that that's not the best way to live, and that there's a lot of benefits that come with having people in our life that we trust and that we can do life with. Number 4 is just like the time to think introspectively and just like evaluate what's important in your life and evaluate where your life is, and just like all of that introspective thinking. I have found most of the time very good. Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, and I just wanted to say too, like even if you were working throughout the lockdown and everything, like even just like being home, not going out at night and stuff, like we were all home more than we probably were before, and I think that just like it showed me the benefits of just taking time to sit and think, to slow down. And that's something I've always admired, is like the whole idea of slow living and just like simple living, and I'm just really bad at it. I will never achieve that, but it was nice to just almost be forced to like be home and to just like have time to think and to not ignore what's going on in our heads, and to not be able to ignore what we're feeling, and to just like look inside and see what's going on. Give yourself a little check-in. Number 5 is just the importance of intentionality, because we weren't able to just see our friends passing by in the stores, or we probably didn't see our friends like just kind of randomly like we used to. In fact, we didn't even see our friends at school or work, and so it took a lot more intentionality to see people and, well, to interact with people and to send our love. So I think that it just taught me to think really intentionally, like how can I intentionally show that I'm thinking of my friends and my family, and how can I intentionally show that I love them and that I'm thinking of them, and just like let them know that I'm there for them even though I'm not physically. And it just brought like a whole new meaning to living intentionally, to intentionally just come up with ways to do those things, and to not just get caught in a rut of like watching TV all day or whatever to pass the time. So these are 5 things that I learned to a whole new level in 2020, and I hope that you did too. Let me know in the comments below if any like spoke to you and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, like 1000% that one. Let me know. I would love to hear from you, and I just hope that you are having a great December. This is the last month of 2020. Live it to the fullest, okay? Don't just write off the year yet. There are still, like 20, I don't know what day it is anymore, but there's still like a bit of time left to do something great in 2020. So don't just write it off yet. Don't just wait until the new year. Start now. Start thinking about goals and what you want to accomplish in 2021 and what you want to do for yourself and for others, and we'll make it a great month and a great year. So I hope that you are doing well and staying healthy, and I love you lots. Bye!